Peptides are the biohacking world's hottest obsession right now. Tiny fragments of protein that people are injecting to heal faster, build muscle, burn fat, sharpen their brain, and even try to slow down aging itself. Your favorite podcasters swear by them. Fancy clinics are charging thousands for them. Social media is absolutely flooded with them. But which ones actually matter and which are pure hype? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the most important peptides in the longevity world and exactly what each one does for your body. But first, one honest warning, because you deserve the truth up front. Almost every peptide on this list is either a prescription medication or an experimental compound. Many are studied mostly in animals, not humans, and none of this is a how-to guide. Think of it as a map, so you can have a smart conversation with a real doctor instead of buying something sketchy off the internet. Okay, let's get into it right now. Now for the repair crew. First up, the two peptides everyone talks about for healing, BPC 157 and TB 500. Think of BPC 157 as your body's personal pit crew. When something gets banged up, it appears to encourage new blood vessels to grow into the area and help cells migrate in to rebuild the tissue. People use it for gut problems, tendon and joint pain, and stubborn injuries that just won't heal. Athletes whisper about it. It sounds like a miracle, and it might turn out to be useful. But here's the honest part. The vast majority of the evidence comes from animal studies, mostly rats, not humans. It is not approved by the FDA for any of these uses. TB 500, a cousin of a natural peptide called thymosin beta-4, works in a similar repair and recovery lane and lasts a bit longer in the body. Same story though, mostly animal data, still very much experimental. Now let's talk about the skin and collagen one. Next, the one for how you look, GHK-Copper, often written GHK-Cu. This is a copper peptide your body naturally makes when you're young, and levels quietly drop as you age. In skin creams, it's genuinely one of the most legitimate peptides out there, with research suggesting it can support skin quality, boost collagen, and speed up wound healing. And here's the best part. This one is usually applied to the skin, not injected, which makes it far lower risk than almost everything else on this list. If you're going to experiment with anything here, a topical copper peptide is one of the gentler, safer places people start. Moving on to the growth hormone boosters. Now to the muscle and recovery crowd. Your natural growth hormone peaks when you're young and steadily declines with age, and that drop is linked to losing muscle, gaining fat, and slower recovery. So there's a whole family of peptides designed to gently nudge your own pituitary gland into releasing more of your natural growth hormone. The promise? A leaner body, faster recovery from workouts, deeper sleep, and more of that youthful vitality. The most established ones here are sermorelin and tesamorelin. And this matters because unlike most peptides, these two are actually FDA approved for specific medical conditions. Sermorelin was approved for growth problems, and tesamorelin is approved to reduce a dangerous kind of deep belly fat in certain patients. Then there are the newer, trendier names you'll hear thrown around constantly, like ipamorelin and CJC 1295. These are far less tested, and when people start stacking them together, they're wandering deep into off-label, experimental territory. The upside can be real, but so is the need for medical supervision, because deliberately messing with your hormones is not a casual weekend project. Next up, the metabolic game changers. Okay, this next category is the one with the strongest science by a mile. The GLP-1 peptides, semaglutide, and tirzepatide. You know these as the blockbuster weight loss medications. They actually started life as diabetes drugs, and they work by slowing down how fast your stomach empties and quieting the hunger signals in your brain, so you naturally eat less without white-knuckling it. Here's why they're in a completely different league from everything else we've talked about. They are FDA approved, they've been tested in massive human trials, and the results are dramatic. Serious weight loss, much better blood sugar control, and a growing list of benefits for the heart and metabolism. One doctor described a patient who lost 100 pounds and completely turned his health around. If the rest of this list is promising but unproven, the GLP ones are the exception that actually delivered the data. They still have real side effects and absolutely require a prescription and monitoring, but this is peptide science that graduated from hype into real medicine. Here is the longevity wildcard. Now, the one you probably clicked this video for, the peptide people point to for genuine anti-aging. It's called Epitalon, sometimes spelled Epitalon. It comes from a tiny gland deep in your brain called the pineal gland, the same gland that helps control your sleep hormone melatonin. and the claims are big: supporting the enzyme that protects the ends of your DNA as your cells divide, improving sleep, and resetting your body clock, which are all things that tend to break down as we get older. It's the closest thing on this entire list to a true longevity peptide. But I have to be straight with you. Most of the research is older, comes mainly from animal studies, and the solid human data is thin. Fascinating, absolutely. Proven to add years to your life? Not yet. File this one firmly under exciting but experimental. Next up, the mitochondria one. One more worth knowing, MOTS-c. Some people literally call it exercise in a vial, because it seems to mimic a few of the effects that real exercise has on your mitochondria, the little power plants inside your cells, and on your metabolism. The early research is genuinely intriguing, but once again, we're in mostly animal, still experimental land. And let's be honest, no vial is ever going to fully replace actually getting up and moving your body. And now, let's talk about the honest bottom line. So let's zoom out, because this is the part that actually protects you. Peptides really fall into two buckets. Bucket 1 is proven and approved. The GLP-1s, sermorelin and tesamorelin. These have real human trials and real medical use behind them. Bucket 2 is experimental and mostly based on animal studies. BPC 157, TB 500, Epitalon, and MOTS-c. Interesting and promising, yes, but not proven safe or effective for the ways most people are actually using them. And here's the thing, nobody selling these wants to say out loud. Almost all of them are injectable. Most are sold online as research chemicals with wildly inconsistent quality and purity, and buying them off the gray market is a genuine, serious health risk. So the smartest longevity move is not to chase an injection first. It's to nail the free stuff that already works: sleep, protein, strength training, sunlight, and managing your stress. Get those truly dialed in, and if you're still curious, take this exact list to a qualified doctor and have a real conversation. Peptides are tools, not shortcuts around the basics. This information is for educational purposes only. Always consult your doctor before making any changes to your diet, supplements, or medication. If this finally made peptides make sense, do me a favor and hit subscribe, because I break down the confusing world of longevity into simple, honest videos every single week. And tell me down in the comments, which one of these peptides surprised you the most? I read every single one. See you in the next video.